summary and analysis. An Israeli airstrike in Sanaa, Yemen, has killed Ahmed al-Rahawi, the Prime Minister of the Houthi-controlled government. The attack, which also reportedly killed several other high-ranking ministers, marks a significant escalation in the ongoing conflict between Israel and the Iran-backed Houthi movement. Al-Rahawi, who had been in office for approximately a year, was considered a key figure in the civilian administration, though not a part of the Houthi movement's inner military circle. The Israeli military confirmed it had precisely struck a Houthi terrorist regime target, framing the action as a response to the Houthis' persistent missile and drone attacks on Israel and international shipping in the Red Sea. This event signifies a notable shift in Israel's strategy from targeting military infrastructure to directly striking the Houthi leadership, a tactic previously employed against groups like Hamas and Hezbollah. Reasons and consequences. The primary reason for the Israeli strike is to disrupt the Houthi command structure and deter future attacks. The Houthis have launched over 1,000 attacks on shipping in the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden, and a number of missiles and drones toward Israel since the start of the Gaza conflict. These actions have severely impacted global trade, with major shipping companies rerouting vessels around the Cape of Good Hope, leading to increased costs and transit times. By eliminating al-Rahawi and other senior officials, Israel aims to demonstrate its capability to strike deep into Houthi-controlled territory and incapacitate the group's leadership. The consequences of this strike are far-reaching and complex. For the Houthis, the assassination is a serious blow, representing the most senior official they have lost in the conflict. While the Houthi movement is known for its resilience and has a clear de facto leader in Abdul Malik al-Houthi, the loss of key governmental figures could create internal instability and a power vacuum in the short term. The Houthis have already vowed to retaliate, warning of dark days ahead for Israel and signaling their intention to continue military operations in solidarity with the Palestinians. For Israel, the strike may be seen as a successful, low-risk operation to re-establish deterrence. However, it also carries the risk of a more severe Houthi response. The group could intensify its attacks on Israeli targets and Red Sea shipping, potentially broadening the scope of the regional conflict. The strike also puts the United States and other Western allies in a delicate position, as they have been leading a coalition to counter Houthi aggression in the Red Sea and may face increased pressure to respond. The international community's reaction has been varied, with many countries expressing concern about the potential for further destabilization. The strike occurs against a backdrop of ongoing diplomatic efforts and a fragile ceasefire in Yemen's civil war. The assassination could undermine these efforts, reigniting a broader conflict and deepening the humanitarian crisis in the country. Prediction and solutions. Predicting the future trajectory of this conflict is challenging, but a significant escalation seems likely. The Houthis will almost certainly follow through on their vow of revenge, possibly with more sophisticated or numerous attacks. The focus of their retaliation is likely to be on both Red Sea shipping and Israeli territory. This could lead to an intensified military campaign by Israel and the US-led coalition. The long-term impact on the Houthi movement's governance and military capabilities will depend on the effectiveness of their succession plan and their ability to absorb the loss of key leadership. The Deputy Prime Minister, Mohammed Moftah, has already been assigned to carry out the Prime Minister's duties, indicating that the Houthis are prepared for such contingencies. Solutions to this crisis must address both the immediate security threats and the underlying political issues. A purely military approach, as evidenced by previous campaigns, has not been effective in deterring the Houthis. Therefore, a multifaceted solution is required. 1. Renewed diplomatic efforts. The international community must prioritize de-escalation through diplomatic channels. This includes bringing all relevant parties, including the Houthis and Iran, to the negotiating table to broker a new ceasefire that addresses all parties' security concerns. 2. Addressing the root cause. The Houthis justify their attacks as acts of solidarity with the Palestinians. A lasting solution requires a resolution to the Gaza conflict and a path toward a viable Palestinian state, which would remove the primary stated motivation for Houthi aggression. 3. Unified anti-Houthi front. The fragmented nature of the anti-Houthi factions in Yemen, including the Presidential Leadership Council, hinders their effectiveness. Encouraging a unified and coherent Yemeni government would provide a legitimate internal force to counter the Houthis. 4. Economic stabilization. Addressing Yemen's severe economic crisis is crucial. Improving economic conditions and providing humanitarian aid could reduce the Houthi movement's appeal to a desperate population who may view the group as a source of stability in an otherwise chaotic environment. In conclusion, while the strike may have achieved its short-term goal of eliminating a high-ranking official, it has opened the door for a dangerous cycle of escalation that could further destabilize an already volatile region. A durable solution will require a comprehensive approach that combines military pressure with robust diplomatic and humanitarian